Hey guys, and welcome back to week 8 of the Pokeball Draft League Team Builder for the Steel City Skarmories. This week we're going up against the flailing Arctovish, and they have an interesting team. Dragonite, that I know he likes to bring extreme speed with Terra Normal on. Breloom I'm worried about for Spore. Iron Moth, I saw a recording, I know he likes to have a lot of spread moves, so I need to be able to deal with that. He just has other bulky stuff like the Corviknight, Ceruledge, and the Raichu can lock me down with screens and nuzzles, so I have to be really careful about that this week. Alucha can provide some pressure. Azumarill has priority water moves, which my team does not like. So let's get into the team. I had a lot of other stuff going on this week, so unfortunately I didn't have a ton of time to devote to team building this week, but we did start off with the Hatterene, just kind of our standard Hatterene set with Protect, Trick Room, Magic Bounce, Wise Glasses, Terra Fire with Mystical Fire to help deal with some of his fire weaknesses. The big ones being that Corviknight that I was worried about and Breloom. And we just brought Dazzling Gleam to try to help with things like the Dragonite if it did not, Terra, and just decent spread move that we also get stab on. So it's just kind of a standard set. We've brought it plenty of times before. Next up is our Rabsca. We bring this thing just about every week. It does a lot for our team with Trick Room, Revival Blessing. The biggest things we usually have to consider is Psychic versus Bug Buzz. I wanted to go Bug Buzz this week. I felt like it would do a little more damage. The big wrinkle with the Rabsca this week would be the Telepathy, and that is because of the synergy I hope it has later on with one of the other mods we're bringing, which you'll see shortly. But again, Rabsca is pretty solid, gives us like an extra half Pokemon if we can use it correctly through Revival Blessing, and it's a second Trick Room setter in case Hatterene doesn't work out or get shut down somehow. So what we're hoping to pair with the Rabsca and why we brought Telepathy on it is the Hariyama. I went with a full offensive setup this time, but still wanted to try out Guts and Flame Orb. I was looking at a different set for it this week with something like Wide Guard to deal with the Iron Moth. I thought the Earthquake would probably deal with a little bit better, especially if we Trick Room up. So Fake Out, Drain Punch to keep it on the field a little bit longer, Ice Punch to help deal with his ice weakness, in particular the Dragonite. And then we have Drain Punch there in case it Terra Normals for the extreme speed stuff. Earthquake as general spread move, and again, to deal with the Iron Moth, the Ceruledge, and stuff like that. Next up, everybody's favorite turtle, the Torkoal. I just wanted something that would hit hard, bring fire to deal with his team. We had to be careful this week about the Ceruledge with Flash Fire, which is why we're bringing Earth Power on the Torkoal. But I was hoping we would be able to deal with the Ceruledge before it really became an issue. Even with Drought Up, if we could just one-shot it, that would really make this Torkoal worth it, and then we could kind of run rampant over everything else. Earth Power in case he has Iron Moth, but with Eruption, Heat Wave, just kind of our standard set, I felt like the Torkoal could put in a lot of work this week. After that, we had Brute Bonnet. Combine it with the Torkoal, with the Photosynthesis. We had Loaded Dice for the Bullet Seed in case we want to get that out at all. Close Combat to deal with his fighting weaknesses, especially, again, that Normatero Dragonite. And then Sucker Punch, I was hoping to deal with Ceruledge. And just a hard-hitting priority move that we would have hit even harder because of the attack buff from Photosynthesis, enabled by Drought. The Spore's there to hopefully lock something down while we can pump some damage into it in case we can't remove anything immediately. And finally, what is becoming one of my favorite Pokemon on the team, Kingambit. I think I underestimated this guy early on in the season, but dear lord does he hit hard. So I'm going to go with Assault Vest since we're going to be running a full offensive move set again. Kowtow Cleave for the coverage. Sucker Punch, again, priority, hits hard. Iron Heads for stab. And then Low Kick, he had a lot of weaknesses. Fighting weaknesses I was worried about. And again, in case he went one-on-one with the Dragonite, I wanted to have something to deal with the normal Terra. Wouldn't be super worried about it overall because, again, we're Steel type going into a normal Terra extreme speed Dragonite, but just in case, let's be careful. So that's our team for this week. Again, I didn't have a whole lot of time to team build and put it all together, but I feel like this is one of the strongest combinations we can generically make for our team. So let's see how it works out, and I will hopefully have the battle uploaded within the next day or two. Sorry this came out so late, guys, and take care. Hopefully see everyone next time.